Hello, my name is Matt. Welcome to Unbearable 73. It's been a while since I've produced regular content, but now I'm getting back on top of it. So I'm going to open up with an article today about the return of Vince McMahon to WWE. Now, let me preface this by giving you my experience with pro wrestling. I've liked it since I was a kid. I did some real wrestling as a teenager, high school. Um, as an adult, I tend to watch it for a year or two, then lose interest for a year or two, then watch it for a year or two. Uh, Pro wrestling is basically a soap opera for men, like a live action show type of thing, you know. And in terms of WWE, obviously it's and my all time favorite wrestling is ECW in the '90s. Okay, and then WDW. After that, I recognize the greatness of WF and WWE, and Vince McMahon is a genius. Totally acknowledged. Okay, and he's given us great stuff over the years. The Attitude Era, the '80s WWE, you know, Raw's War, Ruthless Aggression, you know, supporting ECW enough for it to for the movement of ECW to spread into WWE with the Attitude Era. You know, basically buying WCW so that those titles and that legacy can continue on, at least in passive. There's a lot of good, great stuff the guy has done. My all-time favorite wrestler, Undertaker. Vince McMahon basically invented the Undertaker. You know, a lot of stuff over the years. Okay, but somewhere around 10 years ago, and this is true of anything. Okay, a lot of us think that the business, like what is entertaining in pro wrestling, passed Vince by. Um, and he started pushing. Used to be when someone got hot, Vince would push them because they made money, and he would work with them on their gimmick. There was more ad libbing. He would look for guys who can free speak, and it seems he had a more intuitive understanding of it. And then something happened maybe in the late 2000s. Maybe there were enough egos like CM Punk exploding as an ego, and other guys who just burnt him out a little. But he became very. It just became stale, and he started pushing guys in inorganic storylines. Like when they broke up the Shield, because I mean the truth of the matter is Vince doesn't like factions or tag teams. It doesn't appeal to him. He doesn't see why people like it, so he doesn't push tag teams and factions. He breaks them up, and he likes bodybuilder type wrestlers. So when he sees a guy with that like stud body, so to speak, he pushes. He thinks he can give that guy a push, to become a singles wrestler, and that happened to Enzo and Big Cass. As soon as they came up from NXT, they were doomed, and that's why he wasn't big on Kevin Owens at first. Then Owens lost shape and also demonstrated how awesome he was, and now he's over, so to speak. But again, there was a period from maybe like 2010 through 2018 or so when everything good in wrestling in WWE was really stuff that came from Triple H. Okay, NXT and some storylines that Triple H ran in the main show. And then a year or two ago, Vince stepped away from the company, retired accordingly, and there was some scandal. I'm not talking about the scandals. I don't personally care about personal scandals. It had no effect on the business when it did, and it had no effect. He was advised to step away for the good of the company. I'm not commenting about that. Well, now Vince is back. The articles of let's read what the article here has to say. So today we announced that the founder of WWE, Vince McMahon, will be returning to the board. So WWE Chair and Co-CEO Stephanie McMahon, his daughter, Co-CEO Sik Khan, and Chief Content Officer Paul Levesque, who's Triple H. Okay. And I should have read the first thing here. It says WWE confirmed the return of Vince McMahon to his board and said it removed 3 directors to make room for the former CEO and 2 of his allies. Vince basically owns the majority of WWE. So what he wants happens. There's nothing to stop him there. And now Vince is claiming that will have no impact on any current man's roles, duties, or responsibilities, which means that the indication is he's going to stay behind the scenes and deal with the business end, particularly because he said the claims he wants to sell the company. Okay? Now, Vince has been rumored to have wanted to sell WWE rather than hand it down to his kids probably since 2005 or so. I've heard that rumor, okay? and it and the understanding me and a couple of my friends always had is he's too big of an ego to see WWE succeed without him. So he wants to sell it off and say, oh, not move the family on. I think that's in large part why Shane left the company, because he felt he was going to be involved in the next generation of WWE. Vince blocked him, so Shane went to do his own thing. And for those who don't know, when Shane came back about a year or two ago, he came back as a performer, not as a behind-the-scenes person. Now, so what does him coming back mean? I hope he does not get involved with the booking again or the running of the shows. I've been watching a bit more and more with the past. I've been regaining my interest, and Raw and there's a whole generation of lost opportunity with all these guys who went to AEW and New Japan. Samoa Joe, man. I mean, Samoa Joe could have taken WWE, everything they wanted to do with Roman Reigns, which he's finally they finally gave him a heel run to do. Samoa Joe is legit one of the top 10 all-time pure wrestling talents, okay? On the micro, he's almost like the next generation of Dusty Rhodes. That's how legit good Samoa Joe is, in the ring and with the microphone. And it was a lost opportunity with him, lost opportunity with Shinsuke Nakamura, lost opportunity with Dean Ambrose. He was on and on with guys who just left and are never coming back to WWE. Unless it does get sold, and so now Vince left. Triple H started putting in his plan. It was getting more and more entertaining over the past year. So I'm back into it. I really like Roman Reigns as a heel, as the tribal chief. I really like it. He to be an all-time great, you got to have a great heel run minimum. So all that heel heat Roman Reigns is building up on that title belt by running on it, when he drops it at WrestleMania, because he's going to drop it at WrestleMania to someone, okay? I personally might go with AJ Styles. Let AJ have a face run at the title. But there's other guys. You can have Kevin Owens. This could be Kevin Owens as a face to have the title for a while there. I don't know where to go, but everything is building up to Roman Reigns dropping the title at WrestleMania because of all the nice heel he's built up on that title. Okay, so, but what question is, Vince is. I know he's never going to see this, but if Vince gets involved with the booking again, it's going to get stale. All the nice factions they built up, he'll break them all up. I mean, they might be overdoing it with the factions a little bit lately. Does it get annoying when every single person comes out with a group with a gang of 3 or 4 people? There should be some standalone guys. I don't know if Braun Strowman's still away. I got to find out. I'm still catching up on things. Did he leave and come back, or just leave and never coming back? But there should be some guys who, have that I stand alone type of thing, like, the Godsmack song. I stand alone. Like the Undertaker used to, that take down all comments. Brock is like that. I mean, but Brock's a part-timer, anyway. Might also be nice for the tribal chief and Roman Reigns to have 1 or 2 other Samoans come in. Maybe go get Sika, or have Haku come in as their manager. To just get a little more of the Samoans. The Samoans are one of those legendary group of wrestlers. Anyway, I'm not talking about the specifics. It comes down to this: what does Vince McMahon's return mean? If his return has nothing to do with the actual wrestling storylines, content, or whatever, it could be great because Vince is a great businessman, and if he really wants to sell the company, I know he'll get the that's optimum. Also, all the TV contracts are up right now, and Vince will get good deals. Although, getting off of USA might be for the best, but so long as he stays away from the content. So that's my 2 take on it. My name is Matt. This has been Unbearable 73. Have a nice day, and I am out of here.